Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to a new episode of Music with Nick. Super excited today. We got some marathons to do, and I'm happy. I'm happy that we got some more jazz. It's been kind of like a jazz. I think you call it a when there is like when it's a dry season, you know. There hasn't been a trout. I think trout, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But yeah, it's been there's been a lot of requests, but more on the, you know, the countryside, female singers, and I love those. But honestly, I am a jazz guy, so when you guys request jazz, I'm over the moon, of course, right? So yeah, I'm super happy today that I get to do a jazz marathon for Joe. And this is also called the golden age of jazz fusion. And it's not just jazz that I love jazz fusion. You know that, guys. So, and these are all bands I've been introduced over the last 2 years by RG and a lot of nice people who were kind enough to contribute. Let me look here at the usual suspects back in the day that would request jazz. I got the list right here. BMAC. I haven't seen BMAC in a while. Great Scott I've seen, of course, but it was more like RG, BMAC. I would say also Sidecar, and let's see, JK. Let's see. Well, yeah. Also, Jose. Jose is more on the Spanish, like Spanish jazz, Latin jazz side. But yeah. But hey, I'm super happy. So, but yeah, today we're gonna go with Joe, who's gonna request this awesome marathon, and I do know most of the bands here involved. So Mahavishnu Orchestra, we're gonna start it off. Actually, give me a second. Yes, Mahavishnu Orchestra, and this is Leela's Dance, Visions of the Emerald Beyond. And I've seen this cover. Oh, wait a minute. This looks like a cover I've seen before. I used to listen to a awesome tribute that was basically a Mahavishnu tribute, tribute, but with all the artists that I listen to, all the jazz fusion players that I listen to, Greg Howe and you know, and Brett Garcett, and you know, the newer guys from like the 90s and 2000s. So I do know an album cover that looks just like this one, Visions, but I guess like a modern version, and it has all these new players. So we're gonna do Mahavishnu Orchestra. That's what we're gonna start with. Leela's Dance. Then we're gonna do Sister. Well, this is Stanley Turrentine and Milt Jackson. We're gonna do Sister Sanctified. And this is from the album Cherry. Let's see here. 72. Let's see. Also the album Vision 75. Okay. Then we're going to do Joe Farrell. Penny Arcade is the album. And we're going to do the song Penny Arcade 73 as well. Then we're gonna do Quadrant 4 from the album Spectrum, Billy Cobham. Now, I think I've done this before. I'll do it anyways, because I'm not sure. I might have added this by mistake, because my master list said, oh, you already heard this before. And then I was like, okay, I'll give it a listen, and I didn't recognize it. And I do remember it, like music. Names not, but music I do. So I'll do it anyways. And then we're going to close it off with Return to Forever, which is Aldi Meola, and let's see, we have Aldi Meola, and of course Chick Corea, and all the I don't really know who is in this lineup, so I'm not gonna say anything else, but I know that Aldi Meola is on this and Chick Corea, and they're just like literally, I love that they play literally like, it's almost like they're making fun of like the instruments, because it's so easy for them to play that complex. All right, so let's put this here. We're gonna put this in this list. All right, that's the introduction. So sorry it took a little bit longer, but it's the first video of the day. The computer's a little bit funky, and but yeah, I'll be right back with the music. All right, I'm back, and I'm super happy. I'm wearing my town's shirt, München. Oh man, there's so much. It's been a month since we've been back, but we're still like kind of like homesick. We want to go back, we even have thought of moving there. Who knows? If everything goes to plan, then we would move there. At least for a year. I want Alexa to learn German. She's so good. She speaks so well, and I think just by putting her in that position where she has to talk German all day, that would just boost her incredibly fast. But yeah, let's see what happens, and we would of course be able to do this also. The channel, we would be able to continue if we move to Germany because of the internet. So as long as we have an internet connection, we're good. Okay, so let's start it off here with Mahavishnu Orchestra. Man, these players are just insane. John McLaughlin, Billy Cobham, and all the good. Let's get into it. Here we go. Leela's Dance. Wow. Wow. Okay, so it's not Jerry Goodman. I was going to say Jerry Goodman, but it's my dear compadre, Jean-Luc Ponty, right there behind me. There's so much stuff. I love the guy right there. We haven't moved that. And he's also right here. Jean-Luc Ponty is just, and I had the honor of him like watching a video and he liked it. So hey, that's just fantastic, but yes, his improvisation is just insane. I love it. I love everyone is just so good here. So I'm just gonna, let's see, because we're already talking about, who else is on here. Keyboards, I thought it was gonna be um it's Gail Moran. And then on drums, oh wow, it's not even it's not Billy, it's Norada Michael Walden. Then on bass, Ralphie Armstrong, Jean-Luc Ponty, and John McLaughlin. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be Jan Hammer, but it's not. So there you go. Incredible stuff. Let's keep going. Wow. What a masterpiece. I mean, but it's obviously, when these musicians come together of that mentality, like this, like instrumental stuff, it's just something's amazing. Something amazing is going to happen. And it's just wonderful that they, were able to record all this stuff back in the 70s. And they still do, still these musicians, the new musicians, and there's still a lot of good jazz fusion coming out. But unfortunately, it's just not that popular. I was just today, I was kind of shocked because I was looking at all the videos we've done, like Alexia and I and myself alone, like Jeff Beck and Billy Cobham, Jan Hammer, just Mahavishnu stuff, Return to Faber, Aldi Meola, Alan Holdsworth, and they never have more than like 1,000 views. That's crazy because the channel has 70,000 subscribers, so it's just not that kind of music, you know, that they like. And I've tried, I really have tried, like I've uploaded so much stuff, you know, jazz fusion, and unfortunately it's just not that popular with, you know, with the channel. But I've really tried, and we have like, I don't know, 50 videos or more of just like this kind of stuff. But hey, you know, we love it, and the few of us that do like it, it's awesome, and we can enjoy it. So let's keep going with Sister Sand. Oh my god, I can't, going blind. Sister Sanctified. Okay, Stanley. Let's see, Stanley Turrentine. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm literally going blind. Nah, I'm not going blind. I'm just exaggerating. Here we go. I'm sorry. Wow, there comes the drum solo. So beautiful sax improvisation, and then I think the marimba. Holy moly! I mean, and then that guitar it sounded a little bit like George Benson, like the the octaves, a lot of octaves. Beautiful improvisation, and then I love the time signature. I haven't counted. I haven't even tried, but it's amazing. Okay, and I think there's a drum solo coming, but this is a great band. Wow. Milt Jackson, I think he's the drummer, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No, saxophone. Tenor sax. Okay. So, okay, got it. Stanley is on the tenor sax. Okay. All right, man. Let's keep going. That theme, back to the theme. Oh my lord, so good. So good, man. The way, like, Stanley and Milt would just like come in to the improvisation. That's what kills me, like, every time. It's so good, the way it's like and then they just stop, and sometimes even that silence, the value of that silent note is so good. It separates the improvisation so well. I love fast players, and but also I love when slower players do that. I mean, when any kind of player, pauses at the right amount, at the right moment, and the right amount of time. It's so effective. A lot of people that play, I don't know, a lot of musicians in other genres, they don't do that. It's just like, and that's all cool, but after a while it's just like, I don't know. But I only learned that after a while. I was the same. I was all about million notes, and sometimes I don't know. And then after a while, when you grow up, you know, you kind of notice that, you know, the unplayed notes have so much value. Like even when David Gilmour, you know, his bends, but also the way he holds those bends and then he doesn't play and then he plays again. It's just so important, I guess. I don't know. You guys know all about that. What am I talking about? Okay. So just give me just one quick second because my hair keeps falling into my eye and it's kind of like bothersome. It hurts my eyes. So let me just put in some gel or something, but I'll be right back. All right, I found a solution and it's in form of a beanie. So yeah, it's not this one time I did a video with Alexia and I put on a beanie, and this guy in the comment section, he lost his mind because he's like, why are you wearing a ski mask? You're wearing a ski mask in your own house. How dare you? And I'm like, oh my God, it's just a beanie to hold my hair. So yeah, it's a beanie. I can hear perfectly fine. Don't worry, guys, okay? It's just a beanie. And some people are like, well, then cut your hair. But I don't really want to cut my hair. The only thing is, like, I just don't use gel in my hair because then I have to wash it, and I already wash it once a day. So, and I try not to wash it every day. So that's a little of the reason. So please be cool about the beanie. It's all good. I can hear perfectly fine. It's so loud with these headphones. So actually I'm doing myself a little bit of a favor, even though it's not, you know, it's not lower at all. So okay, so next song is Joe Farrell, and I do know Joe Farrell. I've done some reactions. We're gonna do Penny Arcade from the same album but the same name, 73. Here we go. And I'm sorry about the camera, it's shaking, but that means that I'm like in the mood, you know. I'm like really digging this. Thank you. Here you go. That guitar player is on fire. And of course, you know, Joe Farrell. Like just, and he's just like with the crybaby, like beautifully done. What fun, man. That's fun, you know. That's fun. For me, that's fun. That's like when I have the best time playing music like this and classical. Classical is so difficult, but it's so much fun. It's so challenging, and then when you get it down, when you get it right, oh, it's so rewarding. It's so good. Man, this is a great tune. Love it, love it, love it. Just to harmonize like that with the sax and the guitar is beautiful. And the drumming here is also sick. Like, I love, it's just beautiful. Let's keep going. Wow, great, man. Amazing tune. Thank you so much for more Joe Farrell on the channel. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, the great Billy Cobham is next. Now, I don't know. So I think I've done from this album, Spectrum, a few songs. But I don't know if it's the album opener. I don't know if it's the title, which was Spectrum or Stratus. But hey, I'm just gonna do it anyways for you, Joe, because I did listen to the first like 15 seconds. I was like, this doesn't ring a bell at all. And usually I'm pretty good. Like, I suck with names. But with music, I recognize a piece of music usually, you know, because I'm like, yeah, I've never done a marathon of this and that, and I've never heard this artist before, and I have, you know. But it's just, also, there's many names that repeat themselves, you know. There's a lot of Joes, Johns, Jacks, you know, a lot of Mikes, you know. So, you know, that's kind of when I don't know. I just, you know, but it must also be fun for you guys to be like, this guy, he's like, you know, he's like, he's never done, he's never heard Triumph before, and then I've done like a marathon. But it's like, it's also a little bit overwhelming because it's all these new bands in like in 2 years, you know, that I've been doing this with Alexia, these reactions, and some bands just don't stick that much into the, into the head, the name. So that's what happens, sometimes. So, and you guys, these bands and these names since like 20, 30 years, of course you're going to remember. But if someone tells me like, oh, I've never heard Steve Vai, and he has heard Steve Vai, I would tell him like, hey, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. So it's just like, sometimes it just doesn't stick. Okay, so this is Billy Cobham, Quadrant 4 from the album Spectrum 73. Yeah, here we go, baby. So I heard this and I'm like, no. So now this improvisation equivalent, it's of course Jan Hammer. Like who else plays like that? Maybe Derek Sheridan is very close. He's also inspired by him, like to the max from Dream Theater. But now the improv, I don't remember now. This theme sounds a little bit familiar, but hey, if I heard this, it was maybe a year ago. This would be the second time, so and I just wanted to do it anyways. Like literally, Joe told me just skip it, But hey, if I can give you some entertainment, guys, with this, and being the goofball that I am, it's all good. It's all fun. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm a little bit confused. If that was guitar, then that was Tommy Bolin. That was insane. But it could have been also, it could have been a pad. Because it does say here, and I was right about Jan, that he's on this record. Because I do recognize him immediately. But it does say that he's on this record, but I don't know if he played on this track. Quadrant 4. It doesn't say. Man, electric guitar again, Echoplex. It could have been the Echoplex, but I'm sure this was Tommy. And I mean, this was before he like passed away. So how old was he when he passed away? Let's see. Because he passed away when he was 25. Imagine what he would have played. So 3 years. So he was 22 years old when he recorded this. That's insane. I mean, I've heard some 22-year-olds that are like out of this world. But also because they have all the school of all these guitar players. So, but yeah, but back in the day like this, I don't know if there were 22-year-olds with that kind of like skills, you know. I don't know. You guys tell me so I can listen to him. Okay, let's go back. Jesus, man. Just like the idea to come up with this stuff is out of this world crazy. Beautiful tune. A lot of fun. There's a lot of humor involved also in this playing. And that's when I look at this Return to Forever, this album, Alexia and I, if you want to check it out, we did react to this album. Let's see. Give me a second. I don't know. Did they pull? Let me see. Romantic Warrior. Okay. Oh, thank God it's on here. So we did the Duel of the Jester and the Tyrant. That was one hell of a track. And we were like literally laughing because it was so ridiculous the way like Aldi Meola plays on this and Chick Corea. It's literally, that's almost like they're making fun of being able to play like this. And I loved it. It's so good. This is going to be Sorceress, another instrumental, to not break the tradition of the, I mean, the whole album is instrumental, of course. But yeah, let's do the Sorceress. This is 1976. This was literally the I think the year that Aldi Meola made his first solo album, which is amazing. But yeah, Aldi Meola pretty much heard everything. I kind of stopped after he came out with something, I think in 2005 or 6 or 7, because I got obsessed with some other musicians. But I'm sure everything he's ever released since is just gold. But let's give it up here for Return to Forever. Okay, I'm sure this was like the answer to, like, I don't know, like the American answer to maybe like Mahavishnu. Because I mean, we got Chick Corea, we got Al Di Meola, we got Lenny White on the drums, and Stanley Clark on the bass. Like, you know, like it's like, I don't know. I don't know if these bands were like in competition with each other. I mean, musicians tend to do that. Like, I've all of my life, it's always been about like, oh, you know, let's play this, and you know, I don't know. It's like it's very competitive music, you know. And but when you grow up, you get less competitive. You just want to sound good, you know. So, but when you're like a teenager, you're like, yeah, I'm faster, you know, and I'm louder, and I got the better pedal, and look at my guitar, and all that stuff disappears when you become older. Thank God. But I don't know. I mean, because Al Di Meola still to this day, and I've seen him now 3 times live. He's still a little bit like, you know, you know, and he has all the. I mean, he is amazing, you know, and he's a good-looking guy, and he has like all the millions of sales, you know, so he can kind of like. But I gravitate more to guys like Alan Holdsworth. He was always very, very in the back, and then you would approach him and he would be like, oh yeah, like, I suck, you know, almost like, you know, that attitude. I don't know, I just like humble people a little bit more. Not that I don't like Al Di Meola, I love the guy. I literally spent, I don't know, 5 years just listening to him. So, but it's just like, he just gives out that vibe that he's just a little bit more snobby, you know, like a lot of musicians. But I don't know. I would just like to know if this was a thing back with jazz fusion, like, or like, you know, maybe, you know, the like rock bands do it. Why wouldn't fusion bands do it, or jazz fusion, you know? But yeah, let's get back to the music. Sorry for the interruption. It's just my mind, you know, asking these questions. Man, so good. This was just phenomenal. Okay. Oh, okay. God damn. Sorry. So, I mean, what can I say, after this? This is just phenomenal, masterful. Every single band, they're just genius, genius level. And this was 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I felt like it was like 3 minutes. Like it doesn't even, time moves, like slows down for me when I listen to this kind of music. It's so nurturous. It's so inspiring. I just want, all I want to do right now is grab the guitar and mess around with it, and that's, I don't know. And some music styles it just doesn't happen, but then some music styles are not guitar based or string based, but also with piano music it happens a lot. With piano music, classical music, then I just want to play, try it out, see how it works, and sometimes like it's like almost impossible to play on the guitar. You have to play like a 6-string arpeggio and tap the seventh note, or two. It's like really, really crazy difficult, some stuff. When you hear like classical music. Now this music, most of it can be transported quite easily to the guitar, because it's on the piano. But then to figure it out on the piano, I have a piano right here. It's more like a synthesizer for the studio. One day I want to hook up the studio and maybe show you guys, like maybe I can film the studio and record some music, do some improv. I don't know, I would like to do that as part of the show, like Nick playing live, whatever, go live and just like mess around, like, hey, play this or try to figure out that something. But I would love to do it with Alexia, of course. But maybe her on the vocals. I've been trying to do something like me playing guitar and her singing. But let's see. Once you have more time, right now is just such a busy time, and everything is kind of like there's so much to do. But this was amazing. Thank you again so much, Joe, for this. And I hope you enjoy my reactions. I don't even know if I'm reacting because I'm not like the reactor kind. I like to talk about the music, But with this music, I do make my, my faces and stuff. So I guess, yeah, with this music, I do react because I'm so excited, And with other music, I get very serious, quiet, but I still, talk about what I like and stuff. So you guys already know what I'm like. It's just some reactors are just very active, but I don't know. Sometimes I see some reactors and it becomes a little bit overwhelming. Like it's almost like too much. I don't know if it's real. If people really feel like that, then awesome, But I don't know. So I don't watch reactors that much. There's like 3-4 people that I associate with, and of course I watch their stuff, like Jim, and Just JP and stuff, and Doug, since I'm also, I'm not a like classical master, but I do know how to like, I know music pretty well. So I just watch his stuff and I'm like, okay, but I couldn't do that. I'm just like, I can't call out like every single, it would kill it for me a little bit. Not that I don't like Doug, but I can't just like call every chord and every scale. Like it would just like, I would lose the enjoyment because I can't dissect everything that's happening, But if he can do that, that's awesome. I mean, if he likes to do it, even though I could do something like that, I would never want to do that because I don't know, like it just like there has to be some mystery behind the music because if you dissect everything, then I don't know. for the viewer. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, but this was awesome. Thank you again so much for everyone for watching. This was super interesting and super inspiring. Like I said, super fun. Thank you so much for being here, for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, please do like the video or dislike, you know, maybe subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Patreon, you know, all the usual YouTube stuff that we do. So thank you so much. Again, thank you, Joe, for sponsoring the marathon. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.